This is a movie review brought to you by Nerd Cave Film Reviews and News. Just like I said for the first mechanic, this movie is awesome, and after watching it, you will want to become a mechanic yourself. Summary: Arthur Bishop, the master assassin who faked his death in hopes of putting that part of his life behind him, now lives a quiet life in Rio. But someone who knows who he is shows up and tells him that if he wants to continue living his life, he will do 3 jobs for someone. Bishop tries to tell them he's the wrong man, but they know who he is, and if he won't do the job, they will take him, but he gets away. He then goes to a resort in Thailand, run by a friend, Maya. There he tries to find out who is looking for him. Later, a woman named Gina shows up looking for medical assistance, and May can't help but notice bruises all over her body. May decides she's a battered woman, and when May hears her being beaten, May asks Bishop to help her. He goes and kills the guy she's with. He kills the man and then sets fire to the boat he's on. But he sees that Jaina has a photo of him. He deduces that they one who wants him sent her. He confronts her and she admits that she works at a children's. Storyline. When I watched this movie, I was hoping to see some elements from the first movie. I did see some parts from the first movie for a few seconds. I enjoyed this film. Unlike IMDb, I actually like and respect this movie. It's a few years after the events of the first movie, and when he faked his own death, Arthur Bishop is forcibly put out of his retirement to kill 3 specific targets, and if he kills these targets on time, he gets to talk to Gina, Jessica Alba, and if he successfully kills the 3 targets, they will release her and let her go. Now, I liked the writing for the movie. I liked the screenplay. I think it was well directed and well acted. That's my personal experience at least, but we all know about IMDb. They're not really 100% on movies a lot of the time. Sometimes you do agree, sometimes you don't, but I just don't agree with IMDb in this case. Camera movements. Now, I have to be honest, bits and parts of this movie, the camera was shaky at times, and I got the idea of the cameraman was holding the camera to the film of the movie. Now, in saying that, throughout the movie, the camera is steady. I do like the camera angles and distances. I think maybe those times that the camera was shaky, they probably should have had it on a tripod, because a lot of the times I couldn't really see what was going on because of the shakiness of the camera. I just couldn't really see what was going on. So, advice for the cameraman, probably try a bit better keeping it steady for everyone, so everyone can understand what the story is telling us. Background. The movie was shot on a set and a bit of green screen. The movie sets I do like. It's open. It is the right atmosphere for the movie to be shot out, and it seems like a realistic location where Arthur Bishop would go 2 years after the events from the first movie. Character development. The chemistry between Jason Statham and Jessica Alba was good. They worked together professionally. They introduced us to these characters well, except for Jason Statham, but we already knew about his character from the previous movie. But I found Jessica Alba's character probably not really that necessary, but I guess she was motivation for Jason Statham's character to get on with the job. But without her acting in a movie, it would have been good. But she's good when she needs to be. Acting. Jason Statham is acting steals this movie. He still knows how to kick ass and throw back kick-ass lines to baddies. Jessica Alba, I found her character wasn't really necessary in this film, but she did a great job in her role, but I just didn't really see her strength in the film, to be honest, in my opinion. Tommy Lee Jones. Now, his character, you don't see him till the second half of the movie, so I don't know why he's cast as a main cast, but his character I liked a lot. He's likable, fun, and brought a great time on screen with his sarcasm and his laughter and his how he takes things, really. And his comedy scene was pretty good. Editing. This movie is well edited. The plot I liked, the story was well written, and the scenes tied into one of another greatly. And I was entertained throughout the most of the whole movie, except for the shaky cam parts, but other than that, the movie's pretty entertaining for, a good time. Audio. The soundtrack really pulled this movie together. The actors' voices weren't too loud or too quiet. The sound effects, gunfire, and explosions were all well edited, and they chose the right soundtrack for the scenes that they were in. When there was a sad scene, the sad dramatic music will play. When there's an action scene, the action soundtrack just made the scene completely. When there was a dramatic scene, the soundtrack really scored that scene completely. Visuals. The visuals in this film was great. The visual effects were good, the lighting was right for the film, and the tone was good. The setting of the movie was in the right area, and the gun flashes from when it was firing, the explosions, the sound ties in with the visuals just nicely. It was really well done. Direction. The director of this film is Dennis Gensel. You may know his other movies: The Wave, We Are the Night, The Fourth State. I don't mind his directing style. He knows how to direct, and I enjoyed watching his directing style in film. I've never seen his other movies, but I might give it a shot after watching this especially, but he's a pretty good director. Personal opinions. In my personal opinion, this movie is great. Just like the previous review, I like this movie, and it's a movie that I would watch again, and I would recommend this movie to friends. And I will be buying it on Blu-ray when it's released, to own in the Nerd Cave, and to add to my archives. Conclusion. For the final verdict, I give this movie a 7.8 out of 10. Great watch for entertainment. It's a cheesy movie like Commando, but a bit different. Thanks for watching this movie review brought to you by Nerd Cave Film Reviews and News. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thank you for watching.